How nice is it to have 3 days off in the middle of a long stretch of games like this for this team?
Well, it's an opportunity, and we haven't had this kind of spacing in a while. So today was a full practice. Don't really remember the last time we've been able to have a live full practice. So it helps. You know, we have things we got to get better at, obviously, and you know, we're able to get Tyrese back out here, and Theis. You know, Theis has been through some practice stuff. I don't know if he's been through an absolute full 5-on-5, you know, where the team is scrimmaged and stuff like that. So, you know, it's an important day.
Any key focus you had having a live setting like this?
Defense. Yeah, I mean, the majority of it. You know, we did a little bit of offensive cleanup, but it was mostly about competing defensively, starting and finishing possessions effectively, and so, you know, with 30 games left, you know, we see an opportunity here to shore some things up, and we're going to try to do that.
What's the #1 message when scouting for the Lakers?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I'm focused on us today and tomorrow. If you're here for a Lakers story, you probably come to the wrong place.
What do you tell the team when you're going up against a team like that?
Well, they play tomorrow. They play
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll watch it tonight. I mean, I haven't even watched our last game with them yet. But you know, LeBron's great, and Davis is great, and you know, Westbrook's a Hall of Famer. I mean, they got a lot of problems you got to deal with. If that's what you're looking for.
To be clear, were Tyrese and Daniel full participants in practice?
That's what I just said.
You said they did more.
Yeah, they were full.
Okay.
They were full. Yeah.
Any expectation or chance that either of them could play this week, or is it too early to say on something like that?
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, we have tomorrow, and we'll see where we are. But both of them practiced today without issue. You know, Ty's got an elbow brace, but that's about it.
What do you need to see from Daniel once he does return, or is it kind of that's what you want to see kind of exactly where he can fit in and where he can gel? Because we don't know.
Well, he's proven that he's a high-level system player in this league, and you know, this last month has been all about, you know, getting him from his surgical procedure to back on the floor and conditioning, rhythm, those kinds of things. So he's certainly getting closer. Whether Thursday will be the day or not, you know, don't know for sure. But he had a good day today, so we'll keep pushing forward.
What's your hope for him when he's healthy? What do you feel like you can get him? How do you think he fits with this group when he's healthy?
He's an experienced big that knows how to play the game. He's a solid player at both ends of the floor, and so, you know, I don't have any doubt that he'll fit in. I mean, he's the kind of player that would fit in with any NBA team. You know, he rebounds, he passes, he defends, he shoots it. He understands how to play the game. He's a high-level competitor, so you know there are a lot of things to like about him, and so you know we'll see what's what. You know, when this weekend rolls around in terms of whether he's going to play or not. But there is a possibility.
What's the #1 thing you've seen improve over this short off time?
Well, today was the first day, so you know, a big emphasis on defense, starting and finishing possessions effectively, finishing with rebounds, avoiding fouling, those kinds of things. And you know, generally, when our defense is good and effective, you know, our offense flows better. In the game against Memphis, we had a great defensive first half and a really good offensive first half. In the second half, you know, we didn't defend poorly. But they made more plays, and we struggled some offensively because they were getting the ball in the basket. So it's all connected. You know, defense and offense is is always intertwined, but being better defensively is going to help your offense more than being better offensively is going to help your defense.
Chris keeps saying he feels more confident out there recently and that he senses it in his game. Do you see that from him? Do you see anything that he looks more like the guy he was last year, for example?
Oh yeah, this is you go out for a month and a half and then try to just walk back out and play this year. It's a tall task, So it's come a long way. You're seeing that his rhythm, his timing, his conditioning is getting better and better. And so, signs are good. He's getting back to where he needs to get.
So how you feeling, Ty?
I feel good. Every day's a little bit better. Just excited to be here and practice today. And obviously, it's about getting back in the feel of playing basketball. Through the offense and running 5-on-5. That's a little different than what I've been doing one-on-one and stuff like that. So just getting back to my reaction time and stuff like that. But just excited to be back on the floor.
What's just the recovery been like? I mean, did the elbow end up being worse than the knee, and just what did it take to get back right?
Yeah, the elbow's been way worse than the knee. The knee was an issue for a couple of days. I think it was just precautionary. Once they told me there was nothing wrong structurally, I just started walking, and I've been fine. I've been running for a while, so it's just about getting my elbow straight. That's been the biggest struggle. But every day I'm getting better, and hopefully aiming to play on Thursday. And that's my goal.
What is the struggle with the elbow? Meaning, is it pain? Is it putting force, trying to dribble?
Yeah, I'm straightening it.
Straight.
Yeah, so anything that you can think of to straighten your arm. That.
First practice, you're back full. How do you feel after going through that?
Oh, I feel good. Just good to be out here and be able to play, be able to say something and not be on the sideline, be able to actually help, fix drills, fix when things aren't going right. Just excited to be back on the basketball floor.
You mentioned that you were able to do conditioning last week. So what is the biggest challenge in getting back, though, to full basketball shape this week before Thursday?
Nothing, to be honest. Just, my timing and things like that. Obviously, I was in a great rhythm when I got hurt, so just trying to get back to that. Good thing is I'm the point guard, so I control the pace. If I don't feel like running, we ain't gonna run. But you guys know me. I want to play fast all the time, so that's not really a worry for me.
Do they need to play a little faster than they've played the last 2 weeks?
I guess, yeah. You got to slow down when you're not getting stops and not scoring. But the way I play and the way we play when I'm on the floor, we're gonna get up and down for sure.
You say your goal and aim is for Thursday. Is that about pain? Is it about being able to do everything? What would be the deciding factor in that happening or not?
Not me. I'm not the deciding factor. If it was up to me, I would tell you I'm for sure playing Thursday. But obviously, I got to be smart about long-term things. That's why, the staff and our great training staff, they're here to protect me from myself, sometimes. So, as long as practice goes well and I feel good in the next couple of days, I'll be good to go Thursday.
What's it been like to watch? It's obviously been 10 out of 11, and you've had to, imagine you stop there and say, I can do this.
Yeah, it's been it sucks not being able to play. You take for granted the little things, just being able to play basketball. That is just, I love playing basketball. Not being able to sucks, having to sit on the sideline and not being able to physically contribute. I can say stuff to guys on the bench and talk to the coaching staff, things like that, but I'm not on the floor to make things happen. So it sucks to be on the sideline, but I think the glass half empty way to look at it, the other side to look at it, whatever that is, full, yeah. Sorry. I guess the way to look at it on the other side is to be like, I get to step away and see the game from a different perspective, see how other guys are playing without me, the guys who are struggling when I've been out, how I can get them back into rhythm and things like that. So just looking at it from that perspective has been good as well.
What's been the number one thing you've learned sitting out and looking at the team from that perspective?
I think just fully understanding when I'm in the games, and we've had bad starts all year. Our first quarter has been a struggle for us. When I'm in the game, it's hard to pinpoint what exactly the issue is, but I feel like I've done a better job of being able to see things, how bad we started games, and just kind of taking that on as my responsibility to help us start games better. And I think the whole starting five should, so that'll be on us moving forward.
It goes without saying you make things easier for everyone else, but Buddy specifically, have you noticed teams doubling him more, making it more difficult for him to get shots, and how can you help him out again?
Yeah, I think with me on the floor, you got to just account for another shooter. And the way I can come off ball screens, get into gaps, get guys the ball, you got to think I'm probably the higher on the on the defensive scout and things like that. With me out, they've been able to focus more on him. You guys have seen they're top locking him, not helping off him. It's been hard for him to get into rhythm and things like that. So I'm just coming back. Obviously, you guys know we have a great relationship. So just trying to get him back into rhythm.
The plan would be used in the starting lineup Thursday about the same time they'll be announcing All-Stars. If you were to get that recognition, what would it mean?
It mean a lot. I feel like I've had a really good year. Obviously, that's a life goal of mine to be an All-Star. I feel like I've done the right things to make that happen, but that decision's not up to me. And if it happens, cool. I'm really excited. Can't wait. If it doesn't, move on.
Who have you seen grow in your absence? I guess as you've watched and seen, you've obviously seen them struggle in some ways, but who have you seen? I think maybe grow because they were forced to play more with you out.
Well, I think Chris being able to be healthy, with me out, I didn't really get to play with him too much. I think he's getting back into his rhythm, playing better. TJ, you could say he's playing better, but he's doing exactly what he does in a bigger role.
Right.
So that doesn't surprise anybody in this organization. Him being able to get more minutes, he's going to come out here and keep defending at a high level, get guys the ball, just do different things well. So that's not a surprise to me by any means, but I think us as a group, we just understand that we all need to be better. Obviously, we've went through 10 out of the last 11, whatever. But I think we have 8 games to the All-Star break, so trying to focus on those the right way. We get 3 games at home coming up here against some really good opponents. So just excited for the opportunity to compete.
As the face of the team, what did it mean to you to see Miles get his contract and what that might mean for you all moving forward?
It's exciting. It's exciting to have him moving forward. I think we all were in agreement that we wanted him here. Me, him, the staff, our teammates, everybody. So I was just excited to get that done. Excited to have him here moving forward, and it's like a weight lift off your shoulders.
This is maybe a tough comparison to make, but do you feel like is that all helpful that if you were going to get hurt, it's your left elbow versus your right one in terms of shooting and what that takes to recover?
Yeah, I'll go left anyway. No, I'm kidding. But I think if you look at it that way, of course it's good that it's not my shooting arm, but just being able to get stronger every day, and that's helping me a lot. Appreciate you guys.
Few sessions. It's been a long time coming. Is today a positive step forward for you?
100%. It was a full practice. I can do it since surgery. It's been like 3 months now, so it was good. I got no pain, no issues right now. So I did some running today, so it was good for me and for the team.
What was the hardest part of the rehab process?
It's always been patience, because you got days where you feel great, you don't have pain, you think you can go out there, just jump and play. But I think it's just the most important, being patient, go step by step, you can't rush it. So that's what I did. I was lifting a lot, I court slowly, progress everything. And now those 3 days before the next game can help me a lot.
You joined the team in September, late September, and you didn't know a lot of these guys, and you never really got a chance to play with them. But what have you learned about this team and this organization over the last 4 or 5 months?
I've been around a lot, so I played most of those guys over the last couple of years. So obviously, I knew all of them from playing against them. But being around them the whole season, it was just fun. Like the way we played, fast, winning. Like most people, media, everywhere had us like way below. I don't know, we're winning like 22 games before the season. We just kept working. We started from the coach, and everybody is just humble and want to go out and play hard.
How do you view your role differently now, maybe having to watch these guys than you expected to be when the season started?
Whatever it is right now. I come back from the surgery, from injuries, so whatever it is, man, I'm happy just to be out there again, like pain-free, playing basketball. So I keep doing what I'm doing, working, and then whenever the team or coach needs me, I'm ready for whatever.
How do you feel like you fit in the style of play? Obviously they like to run. They've played small lineups. Basically, how do you think you fit in with what they've done, the system that they've sort of created?
I think my strength playing defense, pick and roll defense. I can switch 1 through 5. So, like I said, whatever it is, I'm ready for whatever. We play fast. It's running. That's obviously easier for me than playing half court, playing post up and all this stuff. So we have Tyrese, one of the best, maybe the best passer in the league right now. So it's probably going to be a lot of fun out there.
Daniel, what's the challenge of coming back mid-season like this in the middle of everything when you don't really have a repertoire with any of your teammates now? Just learning on the fly.
I mean, it can be a challenge, but I think we have experienced coaching staff, obviously with Rick and everybody around them, but also at the end of the day, it's basketball. We all play the same game, and then as soon as I know all the principles defensively, all the offense stuff, it's natural then.
How much excitement do you have to join Team Tyrese to be able to see what he's been able to do with this team and what you guys can do in pick and roll?
I'm very excited, not just for Tyrese, playing with everybody out there, having fun, hopefully going back on winning more games. And like I said, just for me personally, just being healthy, being out there and play basketball.
When you weren't playing the youngsters, Isaiah, maybe Jalen, what did you say to them? Did you try to mentor them in any way?
Of course. I mean, when I'm sitting on a bench, I see different stuff when you're on the court. I always try to help them, especially on the defensive end. What you can do better in pick and roll defense here and there. It's not just for them, like helping Ben seeing stuff like the same way. Running pick and roll, obviously, he doesn't need no help in transition offensively and getting to the line, but just in general, like everybody here is like open, everybody listens, and it's not like I go there every day, but whatever I see and I can help, I try to.
You've been with Aaron his whole career. How have you seen him evolve and develop this season?
A lot. Like he always worked hard, but he never had the opportunity to play. He never had the opportunity to also play through mistakes. He does have the trust, and he got it here. And he's been playing very well. He's probably best, or one of our best defensive guards we have. And he's just out there, like he's been making shots. He's bringing energy from the first second to the last. So.
Are there any other hurdles you need to clear to be available to playing games? Or are you, after especially a full practice like this, feeling like you're good to go?
I think now it's for me how I react tomorrow morning, how I feel. Then we got one more day practice, and then that determines how we move forward.
Would you expect to have some kind of minutes restriction, or is that too
That's a good question. I mean, I don't think I'm in a position going out there like, oh yeah, I'm 30 minutes. So whatever I get, if I'm out there for 5 minutes, I can run up and down. I'll probably be exhausted anyway. You can't replicate game. So whatever you do in here, you're running, you're shooting, practice. But as soon as you go out there, it's so fast. Especially the way we play, I'll probably be good after 3, 4, 5 minutes.
And a lot of defensive focus today. Rick said, what do you feel like you guys need to work on or improve the most on that end of the floor?
Just pretty much being a little bit more vocal, being able to guard, closeouts and be in the gaps, be in shifts. Also, grabbing defensive rebounds.
I think it's 5 20-point games in a row for you. What's clicking for you right now, or where do you feel like you've improved in a way that's allowed you to do that?
I mean, I just go out there the same way I can, every time. Trying to go out there and have an impact, on both ways of the floor. And I'm just trying to be aggressive, come in the game, knowing my impact in the game has to be big and stuff. So I'm pretty much just trying to be locked in coming into the game.
How do you feel like your offensive game has grown though in the past 5-6 games? What do you feel like you've added? Where do you feel like it's more effective?
Pretty much just been a little bit more aggressive. I've been able to read a lot how the defense has guarded me, and I just try to take advantage of that.
What's the number one message for this team, or something you want to see out of this team when you play the Lakers on Thursday?
I just want to go on the court, and be aggressive. I feel like it's the word aggressive is who we've become, throughout the year, and I feel like we stay aggressive and pretty much compete the whole game. We'll have great results.
Aggressive with Tyrese is a little bit different level of aggression. How can he help everything?
Tyrese is great, man. He's the leader of the team, so it's great having him back. He's going to lead the team on offense, and we got some guys who lead the team in defense. And I feel like he's been waiting for that moment, the moment to come back in the game and help us win. So the whole team is pretty much excited about him coming back.
When you're on the court with him, how does it make things easier for you? Not just with him getting you the ball, but maybe defenses shading his way, leaving you a little more open.
For sure. I mean, Theis, for me, he's the best point guard in the league. So having him on the court by my side, it's like you got to put the best defender on him or on me or whoever's on the court. So obviously it takes a lot of pressure off me and my teammates.
You were there with your teammates for Miles yesterday. How important was it for you to support him, and how did it make you feel when you found that news out?
It was great, man. You know, I feel like he deserved it. You know, he's been working hard. I mean, I was there the whole time, you know, preseason, and you know, he hasn't shown me a sign of, you know, not working out. He always wants to get better. So I feel like it's great, you know, for the time I'm in Indiana, for however long it is. You know, I'm grateful for him, you know, to be in this franchise.
There's a lot of talk outside of Indiana about this foundation that's being built, and they mentioned Tyrese and you and Miles as kind of like a trio. Do you see that as a positive group moving forward, that you can continue to grow with that foundation?
For sure. You know, like I said before, Tyrese and Miles are great players, you know, and we have some other great players, and you know, we're just looking forward to improve as a team. You know, we're a young team. We're just trying to improve as a team and trying to get some wins, you know, accomplish a lot.
With LeBron chasing that points record, how much does that give you guys extra motivation to perform extra well defensively?
I think it's, you know, we don't go in the game thinking we want him to not accomplish, you know, this greatness. Just go in the game, trying to win the game, and it's pretty much it.
The NBA is going to announce the Rising Stars participants later today. What would it mean to you to be involved in that event at All-Star Weekend?
It'd be great. Obviously, it's the start. You know, my first year in the league. My goal is to be an All-Star one day. So, pretty much giving me the opportunity to see how it is out there, and you know, hopefully, I'm an All-Star in the future.
There's a lot to do about nothing about you and LeBron before this season, but just in general, how much do you enjoy that matchup against one of the best competitors in the league?
It's great. It's great, like I said before. You know, LeBron oversized is one of the greatest players of all time, and I feel like it's a great thing, but it's also a blessing. You know, I feel like there aren't a lot of players like him. You know, it's like, I don't know, 38, something like that, and he's playing like he's in his 20s. You know, so it's pretty amazing to play against players like that, for sure.
As a longtime teammate of Miles Turner, what did it mean to you to see him be rewarded like that?
Yeah, it was special. You know, the guy works so hard and is the consummate professional. You know, just be honest with each other. Everyone sees the trade rumors and stuff like that, and he just never swayed who he was as a teammate, as a person, as a player, and that just speaks volumes about who he is. And you know, that extension that he got is beyond deserving.
I don't know how many practices you had in the last 2 weeks, but to have a practice with Tyrese on the court, how much does that change things?
Quite a bit. It's so good to have him back and out here practicing with us. You know, we've certainly missed him out on the floor, and I'm really looking forward to him being back and elevating our team.
What was the #1 message in practice today after a day off?
Just intensity. You know, it's being physical on defense and locking into assignments and having a presence out there on defense, and we've got to do better and be better in that area, and we certainly drilled that today.
Getting a full practice in with Daniel, how do you feel like he can help you guys when he'll be back?
A lot. You know, he's been doing this for a little bit and has played in the playoffs and has played at a high level for I think like 6 years now. You know, having his presence and his experience is certainly going to help.
Is there just kind of a curiosity to see where and how he can contribute since you haven't been with him all year?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where, you know, they kind of plug him in, but you know, if and when they do, he's really going to help us. You know, he screens incredibly hard. He's a great defender. He just does it all, and we're really looking forward to having him.
Beyond on the court, how much does the vibe change just having Tyrese back and able to contribute vocally, verbally, just raising everybody's levels?
Yeah, he's been doing that the whole time since he's been out, but to have him out on the floor and doing it is a different story. He's just a great leader and so smart when it comes to the game. Just so to have his expertise and his mind out there and his voice, it raises the level for sure.
What's the #1 thing you take from the Grizzlies game that you can use to beat the Lakers on Thursday?
I think the first half is kind of a benchmark for us. We played really well defensively, and it showed by the score. And not much to take from the second half. Pretty brutal from top to bottom, but I think the first half showed that, you know, when we lock in, we're a pretty damn good defensive team, and we get out and run and can score. So we just gotta kind of lock two halves together.
I imagine by now you've watched that film. Like, what are the things you see when you bring the defensive force you need, and what are the things you don't when you don't?
Yeah, I mean, we get stops and get out and run when we're locked in, and paying attention to assignments and stringing 3, 4, 5 stops in a row together and getting out. That's when we're at our best, and when we don't, it's pretty bad, and it's on us. I mean, I feel like the coaches do a good job of having us prepared. It's about effort, and we can control that.
LeBron's obviously not going to break the record here. I think he's off pace, but what is obviously going to happen probably sometime in the next week or 2 weeks or something like that. I mean, how amazing is this that consider what he's doing, what he's done?
Yeah, I mean, I can't even wrap my mind around it. I mean, the leading scorer of all time in the NBA. It's ridiculous. And it just shows how high of a level he's played his entire career. You know, he came in and regarded as the chosen one, and I feel like he outplayed those expectations, which is ridiculous. You know, hopefully by the end of my career, I'm close to that scoring record.
Right. How many years for you to get to 38,000?
I think I gotta play until I'm at least 70. So, but it's remarkable what he's done.
On the defense,
just keep getting the rim, TJ.
Yeah, I got you.
On the defensive side, there's some mix between these two, but between individual and team defense, what do you feel like you guys have struggled with recently?
It's one of those things where I feel like we do a great job in guarding our yard, and then they'll get an offensive rebound, and it kind of just, you know, hurts us in a bad way. They spray it out, and you know, our defense has to reset, and we're not as good. And I feel like finishing the play on defense, you know, getting the defensive rebound and getting out and going after we get a good stop is crucial for us.
A couple weeks ago, early on in Tyrese's injury, you said you might have to change a little bit of the way you play, maybe not pick them up in line to end line. Can you go back to that now? Did you have to adjust? Did you have to go into some of these games thinking I can't quite do everything I used to do?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with extended minutes, obviously, you know, I'm not 23 or 24 anymore. You know, I got to pick my spots when to kind of pick up full court, because, you know, playing 30+ minutes, it's hard to pick up full court the entire time. But, you know, with Ty coming back, I know I won't be, you know, playing as many minutes, so I can get back to kind of picking guys up full court and expending energy that way.
Big picture from like last year to this year, one of the big things seems to be kind of the competition level, the work ethic, guys in the gym at 8 p.m. at night. Is that, can you kind of speak on that and what you have observed about the makeup of this group and doing more stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great group from top to bottom that, like you said, works tirelessly from morning to night. And everyone's always in the gym, and we want to be in the gym and get better. And you know, that's what you want out of a group, especially a young group. And it's a hungry, like I said, young group that, you know, has a relentless work ethic and a connectivity about us that's pretty special.
30 games to go. Is there some sense of urgency right now this weekend to stop the slide and get back in this kind of playoff picture?
100%. I feel like when Tyrese went down, we were, what, 6th or 7th place, and now we're on the outside looking in. So if there isn't a sense of urgency from top to bottom, something's pretty wrong. But I know what kind of group we have, and we know it's time to kind of buckle down and get this thing back on track.